All right, we're with Coach Hogan, and Coach Hogan, congrats on Friday's non-district win over Rio Vista. So a rough start in the first quarter, second quarter. Tell me what was going on that you saw that made it so difficult for our guys to kind of get on track.
Yeah, I think the start was rough because they were in evaluation mode. We have so many kids that are first-year varsity starters. We had some kids who played some spot time last year, but we had to throw them into the fire, so they didn't have time to think about it. They've had a year to think about being a varsity football player, but really with no experience going in. So a lot of evaluation going on, and that's why they started slow.
Can you point to the turning point that you saw in the first and second quarters that allowed those guys to kind of break free a little bit?
Yeah, the second time we got the ball on offense, we drove it down and scored, and it was a sustained drive. Mm-hmm. So they started getting in the rhythm, and they figured out football is football, and so that helped them out a little bit.
Can you point to some players you thought, in evaluating now from Saturday on to today, that you thought did a really good job and helped lead the team?
Well, Denton Brown played a great game on defense. He did a great job. I thought Kyle Dindy was in position. Of course, he's a veteran, so he was in position, at the DB position. I felt like both running backs ran hard. And Cameron passed for 68%, and I think the 7th highest total in school history.
And how many drops?
And so I was going to say he had like 4 drops. Yeah. By the quarterback chart, he was 23 of 25 accuracy. So could have been in the 90th percentile.
What are you looking for this Friday against Alvord to kind of build upon?
Alvord's multiple. They have a lot of weapons. They have a 3,000-yard rusher. They have an experienced quarterback. They have 3 all-district defenders that are all back as seniors. So they're good. What we're going to have to look for is play fast, because this group is spread out everywhere. And if we're doing a lot of thinking, you're going to see them get yards and have some success against our offense. We don't need to think. We just need to go.
In the theme Men Built for Others, is there a focus in the first 2 weeks that you guys have kind of accentuated?
Yes, there is. The focus is start with yourself. You can't do anything on planet Earth if you don't start with you first. You can't ask somebody else to crusade for you, for instance, if you won't work for yourself. So you got to start with yourself. And I think Phil Jackson, not that I want to quote a Zen master, but Phil Jackson said the strength of the team is the strength of the individual. And then the strength of the individual is the strength of the team. But you have to start with yourself. So that's where we are the first 2 weeks.
Great. Thanks, Coach.
Yep.